Hey there, this is Kyle, the guy you had exchanged contact information with earlier. You're the person in charge of my training, right? Kelsey? Well, do you have a second to chat?
Good evening, Kyle. Right now it's a bit past working hours, but I'll be willing to respond to you this one time. Did you need to ask me something?
Sure. I have a complaint to make.
A complaint? Today was your first day coming into the office, so what kind of complaint could you have?
Well, here you go. I want someone else besides you.
Someone else beside me.
The CEO, Mr. Connors, well, he told me that he'd make sure the woman in charge of my training would be both sexy and young. At least that's what he was telling me. I'm not saying you're not sexy or anything, because there's still some curvature to you, but I want someone closer to my age than that of my grandpa's age. You are not what I wanted, so you need to change with someone else. How about that girl 2 seats down from me? She looks like the perfect type of girl that would be able to get my attention. Well, there you go. Get that girl to take your place, please.
You hold it right there, Kyle.
Huh?
I understand that you may not be fond of me training you, but there's no way you can easily ask for someone to take my place now, as we've already started your training.
What? Why can't you just get someone else?
Because I was asked by the CEO personally to come and be your trainer. And unless he is the one telling me to change with someone else, I'm not budging. So unless something serious comes up that gets in our way, you're stuck with me until the very end of your training.
What? Seriously? All I'm asking is for you to let that cute girl take your place.
If you're talking about Lexi, she will be going on short-term leave come next week, so she cannot be your trainer.
Huh? Short-term leave? Is she pregnant or something?
That's right. Right now, it might be hard to tell since her belly isn't too large yet, but she has been feeling worse and worse coming into the office, so she had asked to work from home. Basically, she's on maternity leave and won't be coming back to work for the next 3 or 4 months.
What the heck? Not only is she married, but she's also pregnant? I thought I had just found the perfect girl to flirt with at work and everything. And that's why she didn't really respond to me well earlier when I went and asked her out.
Her husband just so happens to be the son of this company's biggest shareholder, so I would stay away from her if I were you, Kyle.
What? Alright then. Let's just forget about everything I just said there. Jeez, man. I was joking around. Aha.
Yeah, anyway. Tomorrow, would you please try to come into work on time?
Huh?
Today was your first day of work, yet you came in later than asked, and didn't give any of us a call to let us know you would be late. Do you think that's a very good thing to be doing on your first day? I understand that in certain situations, there are emergencies that cause one to be late. But from what you told me, you had just overslept. And that's not a good sign of what's to come to you. So, please, try to be better tomorrow.
What is this? You're upset over something as tiny as that?
Something as tiny as this? You were late to work on your first day, and didn't even have a good reason for it.
I am family with the CEO.
Yes, I'm very much aware of that. And?
The next time I have to hear you being sassy with me, well, we'll see what happens to your place in this company. So watch your tongue, Kelsey.
Kyle, I believe that I told you before that if you're going to be late, I would like you to inform us of that, correct?
Huh? What? It's you again? I'm just running a little late and you're already going on for my ear about it? Shut up. You need to get laid or something.
I think we need to do something about the way you talk and behave around me.
Huh?
If we don't change the way you act right now, then when the time comes that we have customers coming here for visits and you're tasked with going to see them, there will be huge consequences.
Huh?
Now tell me, when are you going to be coming into work today?
I can come there anytime I'd like.
No, you cannot. Just tell me what time you think you can be and by, and I won't escalate this situation any further.
Shut the hell up, you old hag.
Kyle, you have been coming in late to work 3 days in a row now.
You again? Seriously, you start being such an annoying woman way too early in the morning. Everyone is late to work, all right? Why do you always have to dig into me about it?
Everyone, you say?
There are those two from General Affairs who are always coming in at 10 a.m. every day. Why aren't those two getting into any trouble for being late?
That's because those two are part-time workers here.
Huh? Part-timers?
They both are scheduled to work here 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. during the week, and so neither of those two are coming in late. There also happens to be part-time workers here coming in from 11 to 4 p.m. and 9 until 2 p.m. And of course, when they are running late, they call to let the company know. There is not a single person in this company who just shows up whenever they want to without letting anyone at the office know.
What? What the heck? I don't think you can get away with chewing one of the CEO's family members out like this.
And what are you going to do about it?
I'm going back home. Today I'm taking the day off.
What?
And my reason for having to take the day off is this. Due to your horrible behavior towards me, I've been hurt and need to go rest. There. I've told you I'm not coming in. Are you happy?
Excuse me, Kyle.
And later on, telling the CEO about how rude you've been to me, and that something needs to be done about you. I hope you're prepared for that. Ha ha! Excuse me, Kelsey. Do you have a moment to talk with me?
Hello, Mr. Connors. I have time.
For the past few days, you've been the one in charge of training Kyle, correct?
Yes, that's me.
I've heard from the department manager that there have been some issues between you two. I would like to ask you a few more questions in person about how he's doing right now. So would you please be able to stop by my office on your way out of the office today? I really want to know how things have been going these past 3 days.
Understood.
I'm sorry for having to contact you like this. I'm sure you don't find it very professional of me to be contacting you through text, and I bet most of the other employees here would not like that either.
You don't have to worry, Mr. Connors. And thank you for reaching out to me. This is the reason you and I exchanged our phone numbers in the first place, so please do not feel as though it's wrong of you to text me when you have something to tell me.
Thank you, Kelsey.
Now I should be able to come into your office here sooner rather than later, since I'm almost finished with my work for today. Give me about 30 minutes, please.
Sounds good. I'll be waiting. Yo, Kelsey, I'm getting a settlement for you now.
What was that?
I thought about this for a long while as I was riding on the train back home. You have to be screwed in the head chewing one of the CEO's family members out like that. And because of that, you really hurt my feelings. So you're fired. And you'll be paying me $150,000 in damages.
I was wondering what you were going to say to me this time. Unfortunately, the CEO of this company is a bit more mature than you, and he will not ever fire me over something as ridiculous as your claim.
It's because the CEO is so smart and mature that he'll be siding with me on this one. Are you ready for this, Kelsey? I'm not just the new boy in town, but a relative of the CEO. And that means I sit right next to the CEO on the company ladder. I'm his only family in the company, making me the next in charge. And I'm pretty sure that soon he'll be asking me to take his place as the next CEO. Therefore, I have every right to fire you when I want to. And then, I will use one of his company's lawyers to take you to court and get that settlement. To sum it all up for you, this is the law of the jungle. That means, including you, must bow down to me, or else you will be killed off. If you understand what I'm saying, then this means you're fired, and you owe me $150,000.
Is that right, Kyle? Understood. Then I will hand in my resignation.
Oh, gonna suck having to wake up tomorrow and not have a job again, right?
I have been able to accrue quite a lot of PTO from this company so far, so I will be using that for this next week or so. Which means I won't technically be leaving until Friday.
What? So you're not gonna be gone tomorrow?
Like most other situations, when someone puts in their letter of resignation, they are putting in their 2 weeks and don't have to leave immediately.
Well, whatever. And just to forewarn you, you're not getting any money for leaving this company. No package or nothing. Idiot!
Currently, Mr. Connors is watching over this conversation we've had.
What? Kelsey! Yo, answer my dang calls. I've been calling and messaging you so many times now.
What? Is this you, Kyle?
You have time to check your dang phone. So why haven't you been doing so this whole time?
I noticed that my phone was lighting up a couple of times, but now that I had a look at it, 500 missed calls? That's a little scary, Kyle. Should I be worried?
I had to because you wouldn't respond to me.
I'm sorry. This whole morning I was very busy and did not have my phone on me as it was in my desk.
Huh? Busy?
You heard from the CEO already, right? I'm going to be changing jobs to one of the sister companies to this one and will not be coming back here afterwards.
That's right, I know about that.
So I've been talking to that company and making sure that I have everything ready for the move over there.
What is going on with you? How come you haven't been fired yet after you were just chewing out a member of the CEO's family? And why the hell are you able to move over to that sister company which is much larger than this one? Why?
I was actually supposed to be moving into that company about a month ago or so.
What?
And while I was getting myself all set up to leave here, Mr. Connors came to me about something. He told me that he was having to take one of his problematic family members and would need help with them. So he asked me to become the trainer and said that I'd have to wait a month or so before I could leave to go to the sister company.
Problematic family member?
But considering that you have not been able to take your responsibility for your new job here, Mr. Connors has decided that he has no other choice but to let you go.
What?
Which now means that I no longer need to train you anymore and can't begin my move to the sister company. We had that talk a few days ago, the CEO and I. So there you are, Kyle. Do you feel that you're all caught up now?
Why am I being let go? Me? Family of the CEO and the next CEO of this company?
Perhaps you should be asking someone like the CEO that question and not me.
What?
I will let him know right now that you are wanting to have the talk with him. So please, give me a few minutes.
Kyle. Hey, you know that it's the wrong choice having me fired, right? The reason I came here in the first place is because I'm next in line to become the CEO, right? If you were put at the top of this company ever, it would only be a matter of days before the company went completely under. What? I've heard from your dad that when you were working for him, he had to talk to you 3 times about how you'd be fired for the way you acted in the workplace. 3 times. This all has been talked about throughout the entire family, and we now all call you the problematic child. Well, before you were fired from your dad's company, he came to me asking if I'd be able to take you on, and maybe even put you in your place. He came to me crying and begging for me to take you, Kyle. That's when I finally gave in and told him he could send you my way, and I'd figure out something to do with you. Really? I didn't want you coming to my company after all the things I'd heard. But I am your uncle, and so I have just as much responsibility for you as the rest of the family. I thought that at first there would be some hope for you if you got the proper training and were put in line. But it seems that your attitude is too strong, even for the best of my employees. And now, I regret taking you on. I never thought that you would come into my company thinking you'd become the next CEO after me and could act however you wanted, coming in late your first 3 days here. But what? I'm the next person in line. And I just said you were not. I'll have you know that the next person in line to becoming the CEO would never be late to work. What? I really thought that by putting someone like Kelsey in charge of you, she'd be able to knock you into shape with all her warnings and everything. Ugh, you don't have to come here to work anymore. Well, wait, that's not good. If I lose my job here, You were in debt with your dad, right? Before this, you had gone out with a married woman and her husband asked for a settlement from you. You cried that you had no clue she was married, but there were texts from conversations with her saying you wish she would just leave her husband and take you. You were also found stalking a college student, and she asked for a settlement from you. You tried to fight that as well, but there was video evidence of you on campus following her back to her dorm room. And since it was on the first floor, you would sit outside her window at night tapping on it. In the end, your dad was left having to pay around $60,000 to those two people for what you had done, because you had no money at all after spending it on things like the strip club and video games. I know a lot about you, Kyle, so don't think that you have anything else that you can say to me that will change my decision here. But please, let me stay in your company so that I can make all that money back. I promise after I've paid my dad, I will leave your company and go find somewhere else to work. Not happening. Why not? When you came to work your first day, you repeatedly asked Lexi to go to a hotel near here with you. Wait. I had no idea at the time that her husband is the son of the company's biggest shareholder. That has nothing to do with what I'm saying. The problem here is that she did not want to go out with you and told you many times, yet you proceeded to ask her over and over again. I could not allow someone as dangerous as you to stay in my company, since I had plenty of people that I need to protect. Then from now on, I'll take my job seriously. I won't talk with any of the female employees anymore, and I will no longer bring anything up about being the next CEO in line. So please. Now, allow me to introduce you to your next place of work. Huh? Kelsey was the one who recommended this place. Now, I wasn't so sure it would be a good fit for you at first, but then again, you haven't been working very well in an office-based environment. So listen, this is your very last chance at staying a decent member of the society. If you cannot even behave yourself well here, then you are going to be screwed and will have to figure things out on your own. What? Huh? You will be moving into a dormitory, so please get all your things ready to move by the end of the day. I've asked the owner of that company to go and pick you up from your house, so expect them to be here soon in a black SUV. What the hell? What company? You'll know when you get there. I'm scared to go there without knowing anything. I'm sure you are. Good luck, nephew.
The company that I recommended the CEO send Kyle to happens to be a granite mining company out in the middle of the mountains, where he'll have to stay for 6 months at a time and will work hard. It just so happens that Kyle knew the owner of that company, as they are close friends of his family. And when he pulled up to the housing area, the company's dorms in the black SUV, he came out to see them, waiting for him, and then he screamed. It was so loud of a scream that it made people's ears ring. And once Kyle had been brought to his room, some of the other employees came to check on him, and that's where he began to learn that this company hired a lot of ex-convicts with the goal of turning their lives around. They all asked Kyle what crimes he had committed before, only for them to learn that he was sent there for being a massive brat. A little while after starting his new job there, I heard about how Kyle has been tasked with one of the worst jobs in the company, and that's having to carry chunks of granite back and forth between the crushers for 8 hours a day. From what Mr. Connors told me after he had let go of Kyle, he contracted to work for that company for 3 years in order for him to pay off the debt to his father. All I can say to that is, good luck, Kyle. As for myself, I was able to leave Mr. Connor's company now too long after Kyle was let go, and now I'm working for the sister company, which is much larger and a lot more strict as well. The CEO here happens to be Mr. Connor's aunt and is soon expecting to leave her position as the CEO really soon so that she can retire. A few good words had been put in for me about my accomplishments before, and about how hard I had to work with Kyle and try to train him for 3 days. With all of those things combined, the CEO had asked me if I'd like to take her position when she retires. And, well, we'll just have to wait and see if I want that kind of responsibility or not. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought about this story.
Hi, Danielle! Guess who this is? Carla? Bingo! Long time no speak! How are you? Did you know we haven't spoken for like 3 years? How have you been? I've been just fine until now. I didn't think you'd ever have the nerve to message me again. What do you want? Jeez, Danielle, it's nice to talk to you too. No need to be so harsh to your baby sister. Oh yeah? I can only think of reasons why I should be harsh to you. You couldn't have possibly forgotten, have you? Hold on, let me think for a second. Oh, wait. Are you still mad that I stole your husband from you? You do know that it's been like 3 years since Matthew left you for me, right? Don't you think it's about time you've moved on? We paid you a very generous severance package too, remember? So why hold a grudge? I'm sorry, we? That was Matthew paying me the consolation money. You didn't pay a cent! I should have just sued you personally too. Oh, come on. Besides, what's his is mine and mine is his. It wouldn't have made a difference anyway. You got the cash you asked for in the end. So you should let it go already and just move forward. Oh, don't you worry, Carla, honey. I have moved on. A long, long time ago. I really don't give a damn about you two. Yeah, right, Danielle. You don't have to act so strong. No, I mean it. I don't care about you or Matthew. I'm acting dry right now because I'm simply not interested in having a conversation with you. Nothing good would come out of it anyway. So did you need me for something? If not, then I'm done talking to you. Bye. Hold your horse, sister. I do have something to tell you. In fact, I have many things. What is it? Well, first and foremost, Matthew and I have officially tied the knot. I see. After he left you 3 years ago, we took it nice and slow to deepen our bond. We traveled and experienced all kinds of things together. It was fantastic! We figured it was time to start our family, so we got married 3 months ago. And on top of getting married, we started a brand new life in the center of the city. Okay, sounds great. Hey, I'm not done. This is the best part. So, we moved in today to our new condo. And guess where we're living? I don't know. I don't care. But I'm sure you're going to tell me anyway. Oh my god, you're not going to believe it! We're living in the same building as you! However, the biggest difference is that we're living on the top floor, lol. Come again? You moved into the same condo? On the 30th floor? Yes! Isn't that amazing? I know you live on a floor without the view of the city, right? It's such a bummer you don't get the gorgeous view this building has. I think I'm literally at the peak of my life right now. You know, it was completely spontaneous of Matthew. One day he just told me that we were moving. I never imagined that we'd move to a top room of a skyscraper. Wait, are you sure we're talking about the same building? I've been in and out frequently today and I didn't see any moving truck. I can usually spot one when someone's moving. Oh, we were super quick. We've always been minimalist, so we didn't have much luggage. I recall both of you having loads of stuff, but okay. Wait though, how do you know I live here? I never told you my address when I moved in. Matthew said he found out randomly when he first came here with the agent. He said he saw you by the elevators and saw it stop on your floor. I see. But it doesn't matter how we found out. All that matters is that we're rich and happy and you're not, lol. I beg your pardon. What the hell is that supposed to mean? You know, I'm living on the top floor of one of the best residencies in the city. With the man I took from you. It can't get any better than that, don't you think? I've proven myself that I am so much better than you. You think you're better than me because you live on the upper floor? And because you stole my ex-husband? Of course! Don't you know there's a hierarchy among the residents? Don't you live on, what, the 2nd floor? That is so low, lol. I, on the other hand, am on the 30th floor. There's a 28th floor difference! I chose to live on the 2nd floor because I don't like heights, which I'm sure you're aware of. And the top floor is expensive for the views, yes. But I wouldn't call that a hierarchy. You shouldn't say such things because it makes you look low, actually. The residents here have class, so they don't think like that. Sure, whatever, loser. Lol. FYI, we live in 3001. If you want a piece of our new, astonishing life, feel free to swing by. Or maybe we'll see you around in the lobby. Holler if you see us. If you can, that is. Lol. Huh? 3001? That can't be. My friend lives there. Carla, are you listening? Hello? Hey, Eli. Sorry to bother you. I hope you're off work by now, but if not, can you please reply at your earliest convenience? It's kinda urgent.
Oh, hi, Danielle. What's up? Is everything okay?
Well, I hope so. This is actually about your apartment.
My apartment? What do you mean?
I understand that you've been temporarily relocated, but you do intend to return, right?
Yeah, I do. 3001 is my apartment.
Like, you haven't sold the apartment or anything, or perhaps rented it out?
No, I plan to live in the same apartment after my project is done here, so I'm keeping 3001. And I never rented it out because I wanted to stay in my own apartment when I'm back in town, which is not rare, but my relatives should be house sitting from time to time.
I see.
Why? Is everything okay?
Well, I don't know how else to tell you, so I guess I'll just tell you everything I know. My sister Carla is married to a man named Matthew, who happens to be my ex-husband. She messaged me today to tell me that she moved into one of the apartments of the top floor of our building, and she told me that her apartment is 3001.
What? There must be some mistake. That is not possible. Did she simply give you the wrong number?
I went to check it out myself, and there is certainly someone inside.
What the heck?
Okay, so clearly you don't know what's happening either.
Absolutely not. I never allowed anyone to move into my place while I'm away.
This relative of yours, may I ask who exactly?
He's my cousin from my mother's side. His name is Henry Smith.
Henry? Oh, wow.
Do you know him?
Yeah, I do. He's my sister's ex-boyfriend.
Huh?
This is all so crazy. But I think I know what's going on. I only found out after my divorce, but I've been told that my sister used to mistreat Henry back when they were in a relationship. He's soft, and also younger than my sister, so she used to take advantage of him. She would boss him around and make him do things that were clearly inappropriate. He was practically a slave to Carla.
Wow, I never knew he was treated so badly. So you're saying that she might be doing it again? Using him so that she can get access to my apartment?
I can't be sure with such little information, but that would be my guess.
Okay, well, you know what? I am worried about my apartment and also Henry. I'm gonna jump on the next plane to see what's going on there with my own eyes.
The next plane? Are you sure?
Yeah, it's not a long flight anyway. I know there's a late flight I could probably catch if I head to the airport now. I can't stay long, but I need to know what's happening. Something needs to be done immediately if a stranger is living in my apartment without my permission.
Is there anything I can do while you head over here? Should I call the police?
Let me talk to Henry first. I don't want to put him in a difficult position if he's being used. Please, stay put for now.
Okay, I understand. Can you stop by my place when you arrive?
Yes, I certainly will. I will be arriving quite late, though.
That's okay. Thomas knows about the situation as well. He told me to tell you that you're free to stay at our place if you want to hold any actions till tomorrow.
Ah, that might be super helpful, actually. Thanks so much.
Of course. I will see you when you get here then. Have a safe flight.
Okay, see you soon.
Danielle! You have to help me! What now, Carla? There's a stranger at my door right now! He's banging on the door, yelling that this apartment belongs to him and that I need to get out! I thought this building has good security! What is this freak doing in here? Carla, that is no freak. You were so busy bullying me yesterday that you didn't see my last message. The owner of your apartment is my friend. He's banging on the door to retrieve what belongs to him. Huh? He doesn't own this place! What the hell are you talking about? To make it easier for you to understand, the owner is a relative of Henry's. What? His name is Eli, and he's cousins with Henry. He also happens to be really good friends with my boyfriend Thomas, who I live with on the second floor. Wait, what? You live with your boyfriend? Yes, I do. But is that really important right now? No, it's not. But I never imagined you'd be in a relationship with someone again. But whatever. So you're telling me this place isn't Henry's? I saw him going in and out of this building! That's why I thought... Oh, never mind. Go on, please. Were you going to say that's why I thought I could take advantage of him again? Take advantage of him? No, why would I do that? Why don't you just admit that you are not the official resident of that apartment, huh?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do. You just admitted that you thought the apartment was Henry's and not yours. You made it sound like Matthew insisted on moving into this building, but that was just bad acting. The truth is that you found out Henry had some sort of access to an apartment here and you threatened him to hand over the keys. Just as you always mistreated him before, you gave him no choice. Well, it's too bad you didn't give him the chance to tell you that he doesn't live in the apartment. By the way, I've already spoken to Henry, so don't try to lie.
You can't fool me, Danielle. I saw him going in and out of this apartment multiple times, alone. He had the keys. How could he not live here? You're trying to trick me.
The only person tricking anyone is you. The real owner, Eli, is on a project that has him temporarily relocated to another city. And Eli asked Henry to house sit his apartment while he was away. That's why Henry's been staying at his apartment. You just assumed he lived there and was too stupid to confirm the whole story.
What? I don't believe this. So Henry tricked me?
I have a message from the real owner. You should pack everything right now and leave today if you don't want any trouble with the police.
Police? No, please don't. Danielle, can't you talk to your friend? If he's away for a while, then there should be no problem staying here until he comes back. We'll do a better job house sitting than Henry.
Carla, you are so lucky Eli has not called the police yet. I told him he could, but he's been generous not to, because you're my sister. But you need to understand that you're breaking a whole bunch of laws by occupying that apartment without proper permission. If the police come, you will be arrested for multiple charges. If you don't want that, then you need to leave now. Of course, if you're okay with becoming a criminal and having a rough life with heroin, that's your choice.
No, of course I don't want that! Danielle, come on! You don't want that for your own little sister!
I seriously don't mind.
Danielle!
Well then, leave!
But wait! We don't have anywhere to go! We can't possibly live in our old apartment anymore!
You think any of us care that you have high standards now? Eli's saying that if you don't tell him that you're leaving within the next 60 seconds, he's calling the police.
Huh? Wait!
30 seconds left.
Okay! I'll tell him we're leaving! Hey, sis! I know you're in there! Let me in!
Oh my god, Carla. Get a life! Why are you so obsessed about living in that apartment? You agreed to leave!
No, that's not why I want to come inside! I need you to let me live with you.
I beg your pardon?
I told you we have nowhere to live!
Go back to your old apartment.
We can't! Because we've been kicked out from that one too. In fact, we got kicked out right before we moved into your apartment. We were broke and we couldn't pay rent, so the owner kicked us out. I was wandering the streets, looking for a new place to live when I saw Henry enter your building. I didn't think we'd get kicked out again so quickly.
I see. So you really have nowhere to go.
And we don't have any money because we still have to pay our old landlord the rent we had delayed. Plus, the housing in this neighborhood is so expensive. We're desperate, Danielle. Please, you have to help your sister out.
Why on earth do you think I would let you stay with me?
Well, it's not so bad, don't you think? We can share Matthew if that's what you'd like.
What? Share him?
Yes! You were so in love with him before. I know you miss him. We can rotate bedrooms so that we both get to sleep with him.
Ew! You are disgusting! You should be ashamed of yourself, Carla!
Why not?
You know, you must have such a small brain. I just told you the other day that I live with my boyfriend, so I do not love Matthew anymore. Nor do I miss him at all. I moved on a long time ago. And even if I did miss him, I would never share a man with anyone. Especially not my sister, because I am so much better than that.
Right, you had a boyfriend. I must have forgotten because I couldn't believe you'd be in a relationship with someone again.
Well, I am, and I'm very happy. So anyway, you are not stepping a foot into my apartment. Neither of you are welcomed here.
Danielle, please!
And for your information, I know you've been wandering around the building for a while now. I wouldn't be surprised if someone had reported you to the police by now.
What?
In fact, I should call them myself. Would that help you leave for good?
We're leaving now! Please don't report us!
Well then go away now! And never show yourself in front of us ever again! Bye!
I was wondering why she was so afraid of being reported to the police, but then I soon found out that they had been in trouble with the authorities prior to this incident. They'd been reported by the owner and other residents of their old apartment for making noise and tampering with belongings of the facility multiple times. They'd been warned by the police that next time would mean handcuffs, and that's why they wanted to avoid any further encounter. However, since both of them had been disowned by both sides of the family after my divorce from Matthew, they really had nowhere to go. And because of that, it led to them having a huge fight in the streets that the police ended up having to intervene. A religious family member on Matthew's side of the family bailed them out a few days later. Last I heard, the person who bailed them out took the two to a farm on the countryside in hopes that they would straighten themselves by working hard. I don't know if they were able to survive farm life or pay off their debt, but frankly, I don't care. I'm just glad that they're out of my life now.